Level 1. The Skinny Kid. You're 16 years old and you weigh 58 kilograms soaking wet. You can see your ribs when you look in the mirror. Your arms are the same diameter from shoulder to wrist. Your classmates call you skinny. Your family tells you to eat more, like that's advice you've never heard before. You eat constantly. You just don't gain weight. Your metabolism burns through calories like a furnace. One day, someone asks if you even lift. You don't. But that question bothers you more than it should. You start watching videos online. Bodybuilders with arms the size of your legs, backs so wide they barely fit through doorways. You don't want to look exactly like that. You just want to not look like a strong wind could knock you over. You walk into a gym for the first time. The weight section is intimidating. Everyone there looks like they know exactly what they're doing. You don't know what anything is called. You don't know how much weight to use. You don't know proper form. You find the smallest dumbbells and do curls because that's the one exercise everyone knows. Your arms burn after 3 sets. You can barely straighten them the next day. You're sore for 4 days. You learn that soreness is called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. You thought you injured yourself. Turns out it's normal when you're new. You go back to the gym once the soreness fades. You do the same workout. Curls, some chest press, some shoulder press, whatever machines look simple enough to figure out. You have no program, no plan. You're just moving weight around hoping something happens. 3 months pass. Nothing happens. You look exactly the same. Your weight hasn't changed. You're still 58 kilograms. You're getting stronger. You can lift heavier weights now, but you don't look any different. That's when you learn the truth that every skinny kid learns eventually. You can't out-train a bad diet. If you want to build muscle, you have to eat like it's your job. Level 2. The Beginner. You start tracking your food. You download an app. You weigh your portions. You learn what a gram of protein looks like. Turns out you've been eating maybe 60 grams of protein per day. For muscle growth, you need at least your body weight in grams. You need 128 grams minimum. You double your protein intake. Chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt, protein shakes. You eat when you're hungry. You eat when you're not hungry. You eat because the app says you haven't hit your numbers yet. You also find an actual program, starting strength, strong lifts 5x5, something structured that tells you exactly what to do each workout. Squat, bench press, deadlift, overhead press, barbell row, compound movements. You learn proper form by watching videos and asking people at the gym. Most people are helpful when you ask. The guy who looks like he's been training for 20 years shows you how to keep your back straight during deadlifts. He tells you that everyone starts somewhere. He was skinny once too. You train 3 days per week. You follow the program exactly. You add weight every session. The progression is simple. If you hit your reps, you add 2.5 kilograms next time. Your squat goes from 40 kilograms to 60 to 80. Your bench press climbs from 30 to 50. Your deadlift reaches 100 kilograms. Those numbers don't sound impressive to anyone else, but they're double what you started with. 6 months of consistent training and eating. You step on the scale, 65 kilograms. You gained 7 kilograms. You look in the mirror and actually see a difference. Your shoulders have some shape. Your chest isn't completely flat. Your arms don't look like sticks anymore. You're not big, but you're not skinny either. You're somewhere in between. Progress. Level 3. The Gym Regular. 2 years of training and you're at the gym 5 days per week. It's not a chore anymore. It's part of your routine. You know everyone who trains at the same time. You know which squat rack is best. You know that Tuesdays are busy and Sundays are empty. The gym is your space now. You've moved past beginner programs. You're running a push-pull leg split. Push day is chest, shoulders, and triceps. Pull day is back and biceps. Leg day is quads, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. You train each muscle group twice per week. You understand progressive overload. You track every workout in a notebook, weight, reps, sets. If you did 3 sets of 8 at 40 kilograms last week, you aim for 3 sets of 9 this week. Small improvements that compound over time. You've also learned about cutting and bulking. Building muscle requires a calorie surplus. Getting lean requires a calorie deficit. You can't do both simultaneously, not effectively. So you bulk in winter, eating above maintenance and accepting that some fat gain comes with muscle growth. Then you cut in spring, eating below maintenance to strip the fat while maintaining as much muscle as possible. It's a cycle: bulk, cut, repeat. Your weight is now 75 kilograms. You've added 17 kilograms since you started. Not all of it is muscle. Some is fat from bulking, some is water weight, but your lifts are respectable now. You bench press your body weight for reps. You squat 1.5 times your body weight. You deadlift double your body weight. These are milestones that separate people who train from people who just show up. People start asking you for advice. The new guy doing curls with terrible form. You show him how to do it properly because someone did that for you once. The kid who's frustrated he's not gaining weight. You tell him what you learned about eating. You're not an expert, but you've been doing this long enough to help beginners avoid the mistakes you made. Level 4. The amateur competitor. 5 years of training and someone at the gym mentions you should compete. You laugh it off at first. Competitive bodybuilding is for freaks who inject steroids and tan themselves orange. That's not you. But the idea sticks in your mind. You start watching competition videos. Men's physique, classic physique, bodybuilding divisions. Different categories for different builds. You decide to do a local men's physique competition. It's the most accessible division. Board shorts, no leg judging, focus on upper body aesthetics. You have 8 months to prepare. You hire a coach. He gives you a detailed plan. Training 6 days per week, strict diet with precise macros, cardio in the morning, weights in the evening, supplements timed around workouts. This isn't casual gym training anymore. This is preparation. The training is brutal, high volume, lots of sets, lots of reps, chasing the pump. Your muscles swell with blood during workouts, and you actually look huge for 30 minutes afterward. Then the pump fades, and you look normal again. That temporary look is what you're trying to make permanent. The diet is worse than the training. You start at 12% body fat. Competition ready is 6%. You need to lose fat while maintaining muscle. Your coach drops your calories every 2 weeks. You're eating the same foods every day: chicken, rice, vegetables, egg whites, oatmeal, fruit, tilapia, sweet potato, asparagus. The meals are measured to the gram. You become obsessed with food. You think about food constantly. You dream about pizza. 12 weeks out, you're noticeably leaner. 16 weeks out, you have visible abs. 20 weeks out, you're shredded. Veins in your arms and shoulders, striations in your chest, separation between muscle groups. You look better than you've ever looked. You also feel terrible. You're exhausted. You're cold all the time. Your libido is gone. Your brain feels foggy. This is what stage-ready conditioning costs. Competition day. You wake up at 5 a.m., you carb load to fill out your muscles. You pump backstage to get blood flow. You apply spray tan that makes you look like a different ethnicity. You oil your body until you're shining under the lights. You walk on stage in board shorts in front of 200 people and hit poses for 90 seconds. Front relaxed, side chest, back relaxed, abdominals and thighs. You don't win. You place 6th out of 12. But you competed. You proved you could push yourself to that level of conditioning. You proved you have the discipline to follow a plan for 8 months without deviation. That matters more than the placing. The winner looks incredible. He's been training for 10 years. You've been training for 5. You'll get there. Level 5. The dedicated competitor. You compete 3 more times over the next 2 years. Each prep, you learn something. How your body responds to different foods, how much cardio you actually need, when to peak for show day. Your placings improve. 6th, then 4th, then 2nd. You're getting better at this. You also grow between shows. You bulk intelligently now. Controlled surplus, enough to build muscle without getting fat. You understand that gaining 15 kilograms of fat to build 3 kilograms of muscle is inefficient. You stay relatively lean year-round, never more than 12% body fat. That makes contest prep easier. Your training evolves. You incorporate techniques you learn from other competitors. Drop sets, supersets, rest pause training. You chase intensity instead of just moving weight. You focus on the mind-muscle connection, feeling the muscle work instead of just completing the movement. Your physique develops weak points that you specifically target. Your calves are stubborn. You train them 4 times per week. Your rear delts lag behind. You add extra volume. You win your first show, a regional competition. 40 competitors in your division. You take 1st place. The trophy's cheap plastic. You don't care. You won. You beat people who looked better than you last year. You improved enough to be the best on that stage that day. It feels incredible. Level 6, the national level competitor. 8 years of training and you qualify for a national championship. This is different. These aren't local guys who train at your gym. These are serious competitors from across the country. People who've been doing this for a decade. People with professional coaches, meal prep services, and supplement sponsors. You place 12th out of 30. You're not even close to the top 5. The guys who place look like different species, bigger, leaner, more conditioned, better proportions. You realize the gap between regional level and national level is enormous. You have years of work ahead. But you're committed now. Bodybuilding isn't a hobby, it's your lifestyle. You structure everything around training and nutrition. Your job is flexible enough to accommodate your schedule. Your relationships are with people who understand why you can't eat normally. Your entire identity is connected to this pursuit. You compete nationally twice more. You place 10th, then 7th. You're improving, slowly. Every show you learn what the judges want. More size in your legs, better conditioning in your glutes, tighter midsection. You adjust your training and prep accordingly. Level 7, the IFBB Pro. 10 years of training and you finally do it. You win your national championship and earn your IFBB Pro card. Professional status. You're in the top 1% of bodybuilders in the world. You can now compete at professional shows with prize money and actual recognition. Your first pro show is humbling. You place dead last, 15th out of 15. The gap between winning a national show and competing with established pros is massive. These guys are enhanced to levels you didn't know were possible. They're carrying 20 kilograms more muscle than you while being leaner. You're a professional now, but you're a small fish in an ocean of giants. You don't get discouraged. You knew this would be hard. You adjust your approach. You find a coach who works with top pros. You optimize everything: training, nutrition, recovery, supplementation. You make bodybuilding your full-time focus. You work part-time to pay bills and train the rest of the day. 3 years of pro shows. You slowly climb the rankings. 15th, then 12th, then 9th. You crack the top 10. You're not elite yet, but you're in the conversation. Judges know your name. Fans recognize you. Companies offer sponsorships. Small ones, supplement companies mostly, but it's something. Level 8, the Olympia Qualifier. 13 years of training, and you place top 5 at a major pro show. The New York Pro, the Arnold Classic, one of the big ones. You qualify for Mr. Olympia, the Super Bowl of bodybuilding, the biggest show in the world. You've made it to the stage with legends, guys you watched on YouTube when you were 16 and skinny. You're competing against them. The lineups are announced, your name is called. You walk out to thousands of people. The stage is enormous. The lights are blinding. You hit your poses alongside the best bodybuilders on the planet. You place 14th. You're not even close to winning. The top guys are on a different level, but you're at the Olympia. You achieved something 99.9% of people who step in a gym will never achieve. You proved that the skinny kid who could barely curl the smallest dumbbells could stand on the world's biggest bodybuilding stage. Level 9, the Retired Bodybuilder. You're 38 years old, and your body is telling you it's time to stop. 15 years of extreme training, 15 years of aggressive dieting, 15 years of pushing your body beyond normal limits. Your joints ache. Your hormones are disrupted. Your blood work shows concerning markers. Your doctor suggests you take a break, a real break. You retire from competition. You don't stop training, you'll never stop training. But you train for health now instead of extremes. You let your body fat normalize to a healthy range. You eat intuitively instead of measuring everything. You sleep better. You feel better. You look different. Smaller. Softer. Normal. People ask if you regret it. The years of sacrifice, the relationships that suffered, the money spent on coaches and food and supplements. You don't regret it. You achieved something extraordinary. You turned yourself from a skinny kid into a professional bodybuilder. You competed at the highest level. You proved what discipline and consistency can build. And somewhere right now, a 16-year-old kid is looking in the mirror, seeing his ribs and feeling discouraged. He's wondering if he'll ever build muscle. He will, if he trains consistently, if he eats properly, if he stays patient through years of slow progress. He'll learn what you learned, that your body is a long-term project, that building something meaningful takes time, that the process matters more than the destination. He'll figure it out, just like you did. The cycle continues.